and gentlemen, it's that time of the week again where us here at KECC present to you another podcast. It is the 13th of November. Oh, what day is it? I guess it's Wednesday, 2019, 12:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I don't know why you needed to know all that, but again, there you go. So, joining me is the staff here at KECC. Hello, everyone.
What up?
Hey. Hello.
Thank you for having us.
Well, hey, you work here, so...
I feel like I live here sometimes.
Hi. So, well, you know, I was like, everyone say hello. It's kind of like, hi, Dory. Again, I'm easily amused. Anyway, I want to talk, because we're so close to this holiday that I think is so underappreciated in our country. You know, it's Christmas, and it's Christmas early, but before that, it's Thanksgiving. So we're here today to talk about Thanksgiving traditions. Isn't that right, guys?
Is Christmas, did they move the date of Christmas up?
I think it's like the 24th.
But Christmas is always on the 25th. Is something did something happen and no one told me about it?
No.
Whoa.
Unfortunately, in places like Branson.
I was genuinely concerned. He was like, Christmas is early. I'm like, Christmas is never early.
No.
It's always on the 25th. We can always count on
Did everybody
that.
else get what I meant?
I totally got what you're saying.
Yeah, I got it.
I am a little bit tired, a little bit hungry, a little bit tired, a little bit insane.
It's
So
okay, fam.
A lot's happening.
what's going on?
No, Christmas is still on the 25th. It's just unfortunately...
It'll always be on the 25th.
Yeah.
You're safe. You never have to worry
Will you
about
let me know if they change it?
Unfortunately,
I will
Christmas
definitely
music
let
has
you know.
already started. Hallmark movies are Christmas themed now, and you know it's everywhere. Unfortunately.
Yep.
So, and if you prefer that, I'm sorry that I'm disparaging your preference.
I love Christmas. I
But-
just don't know why we do it right after.
No.
Immediately
Halloween.
after Halloween.
My
Yeah.
point exactly. I don't. It's really sad too. I guess it's good if you want kind of more of that Christmas spirit feel, and you don't want to just be limited to the
Sure.
first week or two.
Or you
leading up
could
to the
just
holiday.
be like that nice all year round.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, nobody's gonna do that.
This is
But-
America.
Because, right. Because it's Thanksgiving, let's talk about traditions. So, who wants to lead us off in a family Thanksgiving tradition that you have back home?
I know. I have to think of one. I have lots of Christmas traditions.
Right.
The mic's over here.
Well, I'll just start with me since I
do it.
know what I'm going to say,
Yeah.
which is, it's rare that I don't know what I'm going to say. But I think what I will say is this, if I'm going to say anything at all, I don't know why I'm talking in circles. Normally on Christmas even we will do this, but we do it on Thanksgiving as well. We'll finish our meal, and then we'll actually go out to a movie. And so if there's a movie out, we're like, hey, let's go check this out. And so that's what we do. We do that for Thanksgiving and Christmas, actually.
It's fun.
Yeah. I'll say for mine, the past at least like 4 or 5 years, it's been pretty similar. Of course, when I was younger, it would kind of change a lot because we moved around a lot. So we, it was always a kind of a different place. I think we'd like go for Thanksgiving. Usually we go like eat at some kind of buffet or something. But for the past 5 years at least, we've gone to this resort back home called Tantera Resort. It's kind of like I don't really know what you'd call it. It's kind of a boating lodge area. It's a pretty big place, and they always had a buffet, which I think they canceled this year. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what we're doing.
That's it. Thanksgiving at the Ayers house.
Yeah, I don't know. But my friend Travis works there. He has like a really high voice. He works at like the bowling alley, and he's always like, "Oh, you guys coming down to eat our food?" I'm like, "Heck yeah, it's a great time. I get to see him." And
that sounds like Gingy from Shrek.
Yeah. I mean, and disclaimer, he's totally fine with that. Like. I do impressions of him all the time. He loves it. But yeah, so we usually go there, and so they cancel it. But typically what we do, we'd go eat there and immediately after. And I think it's so funny. To me, we go to like Target because they start doing their Black Friday stuff. Like that Thursday night usually, and so we'd go. It's so ironic, and I think it's such like an American thing. It's like Thanksgiving, what are you thankful for? And then like, all right, let's go buy all these deals. Black Friday, let's go. It's just immediately after, but that's kind of what we do.
Yeah.
So.
Gosh.
Brayden, you got one?
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yes.
Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday because I just remember all my family always, like sometimes for whatever reason, I've got a big family, like a lot of extended family.
Woo-woo.
They all couldn't like come in for Christmas or whatever because they'd spend that with their individual families. But everyone always had Thanksgiving at my house, and so that was just really fun. We'd eat a lot. Then my uncles would like pass out on the couch, and my grandpa and my dad would all be asleep on all the couches, watching the football game. You know how it goes. And then this year, well, in like within the last like 3-4 years, all of my aunts and uncles except for one have moved out to North Carolina, and so this year it's just gonna be me and my grandparents.
Oh.
And so that'll be different, and yeah, it'll just be different. But Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday because I'm real big on family,
Yeah.
and it's just a good time to see all my family. That's my tradition.
Yeah.
Are you excited about the change, or are you still getting used to it?
Yeah, I'm real close with one of my cousins. Well, with a lot of my cousins, but one of them in particular. For a long time, he was my only other male cousin. I got like 8 or 9 cousins on my mom's side, and he was the only other one who was a guy. And he's in 6th grade now. And so we're like best friends. So we'd hang out all the time at all the family events. It'll just be weird without having him there.
That's cool.
I actually met one of my cousins at Thanksgiving. That sounds obscure, but one of my favorite cousins, Paul, he's like probably 10 years older than me, but normally Thanksgiving was done on my mom's side at my aunt's house, and then after she passed away, I think we did it at my grandma's house or my other aunt's house on the other side of the family in Michigan. And I didn't know he was my cousin because he never talked to kids because he doesn't like kids. So then I was like 15, and then we were just talking and hanging out, and we were like, and sometimes people just come to the Ayers family gatherings that aren't related to us. So I thought he was just like some random dude. And then my mom was like, "This is legit your first cousin." And I was like, "What?" And so, so that was kind of interesting. But the last couple years, since my parents have lived in Arkansas, we have gone to a friend of ours' house. I call her, she's not really my aunt, but I call her Aunt Shirley. So we'll go to her house and her family. Cool. And she's gracious enough to invite us to join her family for Thanksgiving. So a lot of different like people and communities and stuff and fun like that. I did too. I lived in a ministry center for a while, and so we'd have community Thanksgiving there, which was like a lot of fun. But I don't think we had like any specific tradition besides like trying to get reception of the Thanksgiving Day parade because we never had cable. So it'd be like holding the bunny ears a certain way. And then like last year we tried to stream it, and that didn't work either. So I always get like this much, like a fraction of the Thanksgiving Day parade. So, but yeah, I like watching it if I can.
Cool.
Taylor.
Okay. So growing up, like us kids my grandma would get like a paper bag tablecloth. And so then we could all like draw on it, and so we'd all like decorate the table that way, which is always really fun.
Oh my gosh!
And then our other family tradition is everyone has to like buy a new board game and bring it, and then we play board games until like Black Friday, and then we all go shopping together.
Nice.
So then
that is really fun. I know like everyone has their feelings about consumerism and Black Friday, but honestly, it's such a cool tradition that people do. I've never done it, but I went with my aunt one time when we went up north, and so my aunt and my cousin and I went really early in the morning. I don't think I ever bought anything.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I pretty much never buy anything, but something about the rush of everyone being there. It's just, I don't know, I feel the
It's
energy.
either going to, like, terrify you. Yeah.
And it's funny, my brother always buys something. He's like, dude, look at this deal. He's, like, carrying a 50-inch TV. I'm like, you could get that normally for, like, cheaper, probably. It's like, I don't care. Like, impulse buy. It's so funny.
Well,
That's so funny.
You know what's bad is I don't really do that for Thanksgiving so much. There was a point where I wanted to go and I think probably get like an Apple laptop or something. But what's bad, and we can do this when we cover Christmas, normally I won't do my shopping until maybe a week prior.
Yeah.
I'm definitely
And it's fun in the sense that, like you said, the rush. But boy, sometimes I'm like, why did you wait till the very last week?
Yep.
Well, and I would honestly recommend if you guys are bored, want to have something you want to do. Like I worked retail over the holidays, and I loved it. And I would just buy. I worked at TJ Maxx, and so it has lots of cool gifts. You get my dad. My dad is so easy to buy for. You just buy him a dress shirt, and you're like, there you go, here's a dress shirt. Oh, okay, and or whatever. And my mom would come in with me after work, and she'd use my discount, so you get like 10%, whatever. But yeah, so I like working retail over the holidays because it's really fun to talk to all the people and see what they're buying. But I mean, it's not for the light of heart, I guess. I don't know. I think it's fun, but I also worked it in like a small town and not Springfield. So
You know,
Best Buy in Springfield over the holidays, I would like quit.
Yep.
it's fun. It's not fun. There's something sick about humanity. I don't know what it is.
Oh my
Seriously, there's something sick about humanity. I don't know what it is. Maybe that we're all prone to sin. I don't know.
It's really weird.
It's just really messed up, let me tell
I
you.
don't know how you guys are, but one of my favorite sports to watch when I get the occasion to do it, it's like boxing or things like that.
Yeah.
Right. And I think about that and I'm like, okay, has everyone here seen the movie Gladiator?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have, yeah.
Well,
I have
Okay.
heard of it.
well, think about that. And the closest thing that I can relate to it to some extent, to be fair, I haven't played, is football. And so,
Oh yeah.
I think about this. We just seem very violent, and when Black Friday rolls around, people get violent.
I'm telling you,
it's
I love the
crazy.
compilations of just Black Friday openings where people just get trampled. It's insane. Oh my gosh.
I love watching
That's
people
similar.
suffer.
Okay, that's not what I mean. It's just like that's
No,
just Black
for
Friday
real.
summed up in
Oh,
a
yeah.
nutshell.
Gracie's translating for everyone today. So what you mean, Jacob?
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Like about the Gladiator thing, I went to a KU basketball game last year. Or I guess earlier this year was like January 2nd. So
Right.
basically last year. But it was this. So like, Allen Fieldhouse was built for basketball, and so there's very little that isn't either the court or the stands. Like a lot of like professional like NBA courts will have a lot more room, but Allen Fieldhouse is kind of cramped for lack of a better word. And so you have a ton of people crammed in here, and bleachers, nosebleeds, whatever, paying mucho dollars to watch just these kids just brutalize each other on the court. It was so cool. But I was like, wow, that's crazy. Like these guys are my age, and all these people are like paying to watch them play basketball. And it felt so gladiatorial.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, it's like going to a hockey game, but going for the fight. And
Yeah,
I'll admit,
yeah.
That's why I would go
Yeah.
to hockey game.
So
You wonder why Canadians are so chill. They take it out on the ice.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
That's
it
where
is,
it
but
stays.
There's something I have to admit. It's just kind of fun to watch
Yeah.
two people go at it. Sometimes I just
Right.
have to
Does
admit it.
does anyone here watch like Charlie Brown Thanksgiving stuff?
I do.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I've seen
It's been a
it.
hot
Yeah.
minute, but
Yeah. you
My
know,
dad loves Charlie Brown, and it's really cute, so he'll watch it every year, and we'll watch it. My dad's actually just adorable. He's gonna listen to this podcast and hate me.
It's one of those things where I'm like, it's kind of like, and I'm sorry if anyone in this room likes this movie. I like it too, just in small doses. It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, yeah,
It's
that's
kinda
actually
like
he
that.
quotes that all year
And
round.
when I have
Never
to,
seen it.
when I have to sit, and I have to sit a lot. And
oh my god.
Thank you.
nice.
We went like the whole podcast at the end. Oh wait, I got
But
one.
if I have to sit and watch that, I really, really have to be awake because those two movies, and they're not bad. They don't keep my attention.
Wait, Charlie
Yeah.
Brown and
Yeah.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
they're like totally different genres. So I was like, wait, we're still
I
talking about
just
this.
get
thing.
like super relaxed, and I'm like, good night.
I think It's a Wonderful Life is very intense. It's a very
Yeah,
intense movie if you think about it.
You know, it is. It is. I don't know. Maybe it's that it's black and white, and I'm so used to 21st
Oh,
century
yeah.
special effects. and-
Spoiled.
Yeah.
I didn't like
Kids now.
black and white for the longest
Maybe
time.
I've been tainted by our society.
But, interesting little fact. You guys probably know this. 'Cause you're film
Factoid.
people about It's a Wonderful Life is that fake snow was invented for It's a Wonderful Life.
I did not.
I did
know
not know that.
Originally-
You made my Christmas so much better. Thank you.
Originally, They had cornflakes painted white.
Oh my gosh, what a
and they
mood.
just like dropped them. But the crunching of them walking on the cornflakes
Was so
was
loud.
so loud,
I
like they
bet.
couldn't get any sound off tape or off of the tape. And
Yeah.
so they had they brought in a scientist to invent fake snow. And
Wow.
So cool.
voila.
Some crunchy
It is very interesting though, because
Sorry,
you could probably you can see how big the snow is in that movie, and it's just it gets caked on, like, you know, when he jumps in the river, it's like caked on him and whatever.
And then
So
he
it's
comes
just really
up out of the whole thing, and he's like, "Where's Zuzu's pedals? Oh, Zuzu's pedals!"
Yeah, I could quote that entire movie, probably not even trying.
Oh boy.
I watched
Yeah.
half of it in 8th grade.
I remember.
You haven't finished it?
No.
Wow, that's you can't just like. Where did you stop at?
Well, maybe I watched the whole thing. The enemy gets wired money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then you watch the whole
Yeah.
thing. That's
Oh,
it.
sorry for all of you who haven't seen it.
Right, right.
I think it's
spoilers.
just Taylor.
It's been out for a long time.
Podcast. If you haven't seen It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It contains
guys,
spoilers.
it is that time to wrap up. All good things must come to an end, and hopefully you thought this was good. Ladies and gentlemen listening to this, thank you so much, and we'll see you next week. Have a great evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you may be, whenever you're watching. Goodbye.